Well, despite the latest Tower Raid update, Dying Light 2 still had a lower daily player count on Steam than the 8-year-old original game in the last few days since it dropped. So is it about time that we finally admitted that Dying Light 2 is a dead game? I mean, before the update, it was averaging around half the player count of the first game every month, and after all of the hard work that Techland have put in to bring us Tower Raid, it barely doubled the amount of interest in it. And to be honest, it just feels like the only thing keeping the game alive now is the promise of DLC 2, and I seriously doubt that even that will save this game. I ran a poll this week on my channel asking if anybody still cared about Dying Light 2, and surprisingly, pretty much half of the players said no. I know that Techland have worked really hard to improve the game over the last 2 years since launch, and have added a ton of stuff that the community asked for, even to the extent that they gave up on their no guns in the modern Dark Ages policy to try and win back support. So, why is this game still performing so badly? It's nowhere near being in the top 100 games on Steam at the moment, and even Left 4 Dead 2 is averaging nearly 50,000 players a day, which makes this even more embarrassing. The fact is that Dying Light 2 is a pale shadow of the original game in almost every way. The story is so bad that I can't replay the game without skipping all of the dialogue. The zombies have been massively improved with the recent reskin, but they still don't have anywhere near the character and physical presence of the originals. They have addressed some of the worst copy and paste aspects of the Villador map, but it still feels so bland and samey compared to Haran, and exploring it just isn't fun. And I doubt we'll ever see a proper dynamic day and night cycle like the first game had, which is crazy as the Dying Light was literally the concept the game was built around, and yet somehow it just wasn't considered important for the sequel. The only reason Dying Light 2 was so highly anticipated was because the first game was so good, and all they had to do was build a game that felt like it existed in the same universe with a great story. They could have taken the sentient volatile idea and run with that, and they could have answered the what happened to Crane question, but they chose to throw out almost everything that the fans would have loved to have seen, and insisted on going down the modern Dark Ages route. They could have just continued on where Crane emerged from the playground at the end of the following, and we could have witnessed the fall of the next city. That would have been so much better in my opinion. I have no doubt that Techland are going to go full nostalgia bait for DLC 2 after seeing some of the leaked script, or at least they were going to before everyone roasted them for it. Maybe they delayed it again to completely rewrite the story because of the leak, but to be completely honest, I think they've failed so miserably to grasp what made the first game such a hit that I seriously doubt they'll manage to rectify that with the DLC. I have tried to get behind this game and to support Techland wherever I can, as my channel wouldn't exist without the original Dying Light. I've always given them praise whenever it was due, but the simple fact is, no matter how much you polish a turd, it will still be a turd. The reason the first game got better and better is because they got the basics right from the start, and all they had to do was build on it. Of course I could be wrong, Techland may pull something out of the bag that will surprise us all, and if they do, I will happily eat my words and sing their praises for it. If that doesn't happen though, I'd have to wonder just how much longer they can justify wasting any more time and money on a game that nobody seems to care about. And 2 years in, that promise of 5 years of support is looking like a bit of a pipe dream, to be honest. So what do you think? Is Dying Light 2 a dead game? Or do you still love it? Let me know in the comments as always, and if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.